Hi guys, hope you're fine. I was thinking for a topic for this particular topic for a long time, and maybe today is the day to put in. Um, the topic I am trying to discuss today is on how the human life and movies go hand in hand. Um, Probably it's a topic where you can dig very deep actually, according to me. So I'll try to summarize in few things, in few words, that how movies and human life go hand in hand. So how the movies start actually, how a movie starts from the pre-production. The director has a script, and he just he needs a producer to fund the project. The script has to be done okay, and the technical team has to set up right. So that's the pre-production, and you discuss about the script, you discuss about the actors, you discuss about the properties, you discuss about hell a lot of things, and that's where the pre-production is done. And I'll compare this to a human life where the director I'll compare to a girl and the producer as a boy. Okay, so it's just an hypothetical comparison. So a girl needs to meet a boy, or nor a boy needs to meet a girl. Okay, that's how our love marriages or arranged marriages or whatever it is. So that's how the life takes place in the next phase. Okay, so once everything is done, they get married. That is, they're okay with this project in the movie side, right? So now, after marriage, what they have to do is they have to plan for a baby, right? So that's the baby is the movie, right? The movie I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, the director and the producer plan a lot on the script, or what type of scene they have to keep in the movie, or how commercial it is viable to the people, to the audience, how audience like it. Each and every second of the movie is described. Likewise, parents actually plan, right? How they want to grow up that kid once they are born, how they have to take care, what are the lessons they have to teach. Everything will be discussed in that phase of life. And once everything is done, and that time, once the marriage is done, and once the baby is born, there's a time, right? Time duration, maybe 1 or 2 years or whatever it is. The time duration has something, and I'll take that to movie making process. The movie making process takes some time, right? It may be 3 months, or it may be 6 months, or it may be 1 year, it may be 2 years, or 3 years, or whatever it is. So I'll just hypothetically take it as a movie making process. And this time in boy and girl's life. So once they're done, a boy or girl is born, right, to the world, and that's where you say that a movie is released. Okay, the movie is released to the public. I'll one thing. I'll just take that word back, because a movie is released to the public once everything is done and dusted. So I'll take that time frame to like around 15 to 18 years of an human's life, because till then he's not exposed to the society, right? So once he's exposed completely to the society, sorry. Once he is completely exposed to the society, that's where I'll say that the movie is released. So till then, what the father and mother will do? They shape up the kid. They teach all the good things and the bad things. So that plays a vital role. So that the movie making plays a vital role, right? What the director does, how he shapes up the film, He has to also think about the audience. He has to also think about himself, how he wants a film to be made. So many compromises or whatever it is, so everything's done and dusted, and the age is 15 or 18 in human's life, and you are completely exposed to the society once you go to the college or school or whatever it is. I mean, even in the school times you go out, but you don't have that kind of maturity where you understand the society. But once you're in 18 or 19, 20, maybe you have that time, or maybe you have the time to analyze things better. So once the movie get released, what happens? On the first day of first show, what happens? The fans go, 4 a.m. show, they go and celebrate the heroes. And they say that whatever, however the crap or good the film is, they say it is unbelievable, right? So that's how it is. That's how it is in the human's life. Once you're out in the society, once you're like, you will never know the real phase of the society. All you get is the good things, actually. Probably good things. Most, and I'm just saying in a common point of view. I'm not like divulging that there may be bad things, there may be very good things, but in general, I'm trying to specify this. So, once you're out in the society, mm, takes you in both the hands, and like all your friends, you will be enjoying it. You will be going to the theater. You will be marking out the classes. You'll be enjoying your youth. So you don't know what happens, right? You will fall in love, you go to the parties or whatever it is, all those stuff happens, and your life seems to be amazing. So you'll not even think like, my life is boring. No, for sure your life will be amazing. So that's how it is, right? When you compare to the first day or the second day shows, or first day probably. So the director or producers can't really take out what's happening, because everyone are saying like the movie is really good, however the movie is. So the parents here are like, okay, good, everything is going on well, right? So once the movie is into the fifth or sixth day or 10th day, whatever it is, into the 1 week, then the real result of the movie, right? Then what's really happening, what's wrong in editing, what's wrong in cinematography, what's wrong in music, what's wrong in dialogues. So that's when I'll take the human's life into like 25 or 30s or whatever it is. So that's when people realize like, this is not kind of society which expected, which was there once, maybe in 18 or 19, when I was 18 or 19. People think like that, right? So it will be different. It will be a bit tough. Probably adding on to that, here in human life, people are the movies as well as actors. Okay, so you have to act. So the better you act, the better you live in the society. So then you realize that you have to act. Okay, this is not just this is not just like living a life. This is completely acting. So you don't show your real self. Maybe some of them show it and they get backfired. Many of them, probably 90% of the people act, right? I'm not even saying anything bad about them, but that's how the life is. That's how they have to act, and that's how the life goes on. Like when they say that line, survival of the fittest. So, and the director and producer realizes that the result of the movie, and they're worried. They're really worried if the movie is flopped, and they celebrate it if the movie is success. So, but in life, it's in this part, the life is completely different. You may not know, as a parent, you may not know what's really happening. As a person who is in this phase of life, you will realize that you have to act a lot. So probably the people completely how to put it, people completely will transform their character into that character. So completely they'll go, okay, life is chill, man, life is chill, it's okay to be happening in that, in like this, it's okay, life is short. So yeah, and that's how it goes, right? It's actually, how the topic movie versus human life actually goes hand in hand in this case. This is how I actually thought. Maybe that was some vague idea that I got, and so I just wanted to say that. So nothing here to advise, but the acting part could be a bit lesser. It's okay not to act. It's okay not to go in this way. Of course, it's been like that for many years, and people probably think that you have no other way, but I don't think so. You probably have another way, definitely. When one person starts, being very truthful um, to everyone, I think, um, based on his incidents, if it is positive, few people near to that person, a friend of him, a relation of him, will change for sure. So in that, a cyclic process will happen, and I'm sure at least the world will change. And maybe if you start now, maybe the world will stay change in maybe 10 to 15 or 15 years. I mean, that's too a short period of time, but I'm just saying, I'm just hoping for a positive thing. So just start being truthful, start being stop acting. Everyone, including me, acts. So let's all stop acting for a bit. Let's pause our life. This is a good time to actually realize. The quarantine gives us a good time to realize this. So once we're out in the society again, let's try to be truthful. It's okay to get some bashes, it's okay to get some brickbats, but probably I'm sure you will gain from it a lot rather than losing. So just for some time it will be very difficult, but just try to be. So once think, if everyone think this way, so the world is definitely a better place to live. Of course, we don't know how many years or whatever the period we live in. So it's better to live this way, how much ever we live, and be good to maybe the future generations. Maybe they think that maybe they'll think that yeah, the 2000s or whatever it is, the world has changed a lot, and we're living in a better place. So yeah, that's what I want to say, and thank you so much. Thank you so much once again.